Do you think it's over between Kuillin and Vegeta? Maybe Yamcha could get someone. What's up everybody, StevDeS here, and welcome to another edition of Dragon Ball Days for Goku Month. I know, I'm late on this, and I had to push back because scheduling issues and time. And that comments video was extremely long. But we can't talk about Goku without talking about his best friend Krillin. I mean, it just wouldn't feel right. Krillin not only offers Goku some reliable help, but he also comes in during relatively strenuous points in the timeline. Sure, might not help a whole lot in some situations, but when it comes down to it, Krillin is the loyal friend that's willing to be there and help his friends, especially Goku, with whatever needs done. He was there for the Saiyans, he was killed by Tambourine, making Goku, push himself further than he ever has before, that motivation, and if it wasn't for a Krillin, Goku wouldn't have had the necessary ingredients to turn Super Saiyan. Dependable, kinda short, bald, always cheerful, and a go-getter when the times get tough, Krillin has definitely made himself a lot more defined in the group that's known as the Z Warriors, or Z Fighters. So let's make her stand out a little bit more in What If Krillin Was Born Female? In the last part, Krillin ended up being able to destroy 18, because not distracted by any robo parts. However, this didn't stop Vegeta from pushing Arugus forward, and Arugus ended up being, well, when you throw a green kid at a green monster, the kid's probably gonna die. In this case, Future Arugus was absorbed by Cell, and with that much power, he was able to attain his perfect form. And, with Vegeta smiling like the smug man he is, 16 wounded but shocked, and Krillin being absolutely livid about what happened to their son, this is where we're going to be picking up things. Naturally, Cell's stretching, and then he takes a disc to the side of the neck, but doesn't do anything. And then another disc flies, and that doesn't do anything. Kuillin is launching a barrage of Destructo discs at Cell, and all of them are just dissipating off of the bug monster. And then the bug monster ends up closing in. He's just kind of walking up to her menacingly. Just like, you keep on trying. This is actually pretty funny. He grabs her wrist and then just glares down at her with an evil smirk like, what was all this going to prove? Oh, how cute, sending a woman to do a man's job. I expected better from the prince. Kaioken times 20! Kuillin unleashes a barrage of physical attacks that Cell, after feeling that first one, has to start blocking. However, when she's knocked aside and the Kaioken aura just fades from Kuillin, Vegeta rushes in because, he's bass-ackwards with his logic. Of course, Vegeta is angry that his woman was in fact hurt here, so he would get a little rage boost. I mean, not so much. He kind of expected this, but at the same time, don't lay hands on Vegeta's woman. However, this does end up being a futile effort. Perfect Cell is just too good at this point. Good job, Vegeta. The news station bit would still go on like normal, and Goku and Gohan, coming out of Super Saiyans, would immediately tell Kuillin something about Vegeta and Future Arugus' training in there. After all, she had to hear from somebody, and it might as well have been Goku that spilled the beans, that Vegeta and Arugus, they were training for a whole year yesterday. After Goku and Gohan leave, Vegeta marches towards the time chamber, and as soon as he opens the door, Kuillin is there, arms crossed, and very disappointed at the prince. I'm going in with you. This place isn't for weaklings, woman. Your place is here, caring for our child. Oh really? You're gonna go in there alone, just so Goku can stay ahead of you? This naturally touches a nerve in the prince. What did you say, woman? I said that Goku is gonna stay ahead of you! You take that back or I'll... You'll do what? You'll throw the only person you have left at Cell? Just like you did with Arugus? That was his own fault. Or maybe it's because his father failed him. Have you ever thought about that? He was almost as strong as me. That's not what a master encourages out of their students. Well, he was doing just fine on his own. Apparently not, and that's why I'm going with you. I'm not going to allow you to do this to yourself again with no results. You'll just hold me back. You haven't trained me one day. You were just around when I was training. I wasn't there just to train you. I was there to stop you from pushing yourself too far. Just like you always do. You're so headstrong that you don't see what you're doing to your own body. That's why Goku is able to hold the Super Saiyan form so naturally. He knows how to take a break. All those dates that we were on, everything going on, it was for you. It was so that you would get more powerful. Because I actually believe in you. I may be the only one on this planet who does believe in you, Vegeta, and you're about to turn your back on it! No rebuttal. It's not often that you go speechless. So I think it's time you listened. We're going to take this bag of senzu beans in there. We are going to train. And we're going to give you the power that you need to avenge our son and destroy Cell once and for all. Once Cell's gone, we'll find a way to get the Dragon Balls so we can revive Arugus. And then you'll train him properly. Fine. Whatever. You better not be wasting my time, woman. If anything, I'll be saving you a lot of pain. Whew. Bulma really taught her well. When we next see Vegeta and Kuillin, Goku senses Vegeta's aura, the full-powered Super Saiyan that Vegeta's become. Simultaneously, this would also be the scene where Goku realizes, yeah, they don't have Dragon Balls, and they go get Dende. But first, Goku wants to check out that power, because that can't be Vegeta, is it? Sure enough, when Krillin and Vegeta walk out of the hyperbolic time chamber, Vegeta is at full power Super Saiyan, holding the form extremely naturally with a new mind and focus not seen in the Prince of All Saiyans this early in Z. Beside him, a somewhat battered Krillin, but not just from training, but from losing some sleep in that year, as she's about 3 to 5 months pregnant with a second child. Yeah, just like in space, you can't leave these two alone. And so when it comes to actually training, Krillin actually was more of a trainer to Vegeta. She would do some mild stretching so she wouldn't, lose anything from it. But this would also mean that Krillin would be absent for the Cell games. She would go to Kame House watching on the TV with Bulma and Roshi. Vegeta is there next to Krillin, witnessing Shenron being reborn thanks to Dende. And then they both would together fly to Capsule Corp to let Bulma know what happened. And Bulma is absolutely ecstatic to see that she's going to be a mother again. When the Cell games begins, Krillin and Bulma are looking intently. Who's going to take him on first? What is going to happen with Cell? And then they just laugh at Hercule's antics. You better take that boot off the stage, Kakarot. I'm going first, and it'll be the only round that this creature's going to need. Oh, really? What kind of bravado did you end up getting, Prince? You're just a Super Saiyan, after all. Even though you're holding it about as naturally as Goku, I can see that you're still inferior to what I am. I'll entertain this. Why not? The Prince of All Saiyans as round 1. Oh, believe me, Cell. This will be a royal victory. Vegeta actually pushes Cell to his limits, and the battle goes off extremely well, with Vegeta having just enough speed to avoid a Gallic gun that would have killed him, similarly to how Goku used instant transmission, and yeah, in order to dodge that Kamehameha. After Cell and Vegeta are panting on stage, enjoying themselves profusely, Vegeta powers down. He's still in the Super Saiyan form, but he's lost his aura, and he's just standing there glaring at Cell. What's wrong, Prince? Have you admitted defeat? Come now. There's more fight in you, I can sense it. I want to make an example of you. Even though it pains me to admit it, you are correct. I would have enjoyed knocking you around this planet, but there's a promise I had to keep to someone. Kakarot! Get down here and take your turn! I'm done playing with Cell for now. Kuillin then smiles as a tear rolls down her cheek. He remembered, and he kept the promise to her. Bulma is confused as to why Quillin's crying, but when Kuillin explains it, Bulma just lightly nudges her shoulder like, there you go. There's the woman that I taught how to be a woman. The rest of the Cell games would play out normally, with Future Arugus being spat out by Cell, and, you know, 18 was dead, so it had to be Future Arugus. And Goku sacrificing himself. All of that good stuff happens. The main difference here is Vegeta isn't stupid. He doesn't go to avenge Arugus. Arugus is right there. Instead, when Cell got back and blasted into the crowd, Tien was the one to take a blast right through his chest. Naturally, Vegeta wouldn't charge in for Tien, meaning he was plenty healthy to help Gohan in the Kamehameha beam struggle. The Cell Saga would close, and next time in this timeline, the Buu Saga. So what do you all think? Do you think Kuillin ended up making a change with her influence in this timeline? What about Future Arugus? Do you think his future is going to be just as safe as Trunks' future? Go ahead and leave a comment below. For more what ifs in the realm of video gaming and Dragon Ball alike, such as if Dragon Ball Super's Broly ended up landing on Namek, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!